If you are thinking about giving the gift of reading this holiday season, we have a few Canadian authors that you need to check out. Joining us with 10 titles to gift the young readers on your list is Vikki VanSickle. Wait, let me count again. 2, 4, 6, 8. We've got 8 titles.
I can't do 10.
Vikki, it is so good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Let's start with the picture book. So we're talking about the age group, what, between like 3 and
7-ish,
okay.
Definitely. So the first is a Christmas one. This is an Anishinaabe Christmas. What I like about this, it's a family story that combines traditions. So it's an Indigenous family that are going from the city to the res for the winter solstice. And on the ride, they sort of talk about these two different traditions and how they blend. So very sweet. People like to collect Christmas stories, and this is an excellent one to add to your collection.
Can we just note who is the author here?
It's Wab Kinew.
Premier
He's done
Wab
many
Kinew.
children's books now. He's really, really great at it. And so this is a really nice addition to that.
Beautiful. Okay, next up.
The next is Barnaby Unboxed. This is by the Fan Brothers. This is essentially a Pixar movie in a book. It's a wonderful adventure. It's really beautifully illustrated and cinematic. It's about Barnaby, who is a perfect pet, who finds out that there's a new perfect pet in town. And so it's really poignant. Look at that illustration. I want to cry just looking at it.
No.
Really, really sweet. It's a sequel to a book, but I'm not even going to mention the first book because you don't need to read it in order to read this one. But if you do, the Fan Brothers are always an excellent choice. So
Lovely.
the next book is Skating Wild on an Inland Sea, and you can see there's a lot of award seals on this cover, well earned. So this is a really beautiful story about skating on a lake. A very traditional Canadian winter tradition. The art is beautiful. It's gallery ready. I just look at it right there. You can see all the different layers.
Oh,
just
look at
gorgeous.
that.
I would love a print of that in my house, but really poetic text as well. So a real keepsake of a book. And then the last picture book, Bog Myrtle. I always like to have a book for kids who like things a little bit gothic or a little bit creepy, because I know they're out there.
I have I have one of those.
And this is a little bit older as well. So it's a picture book, but it's also sort of a chapter book style. It's about 2 sisters living in a wood who discover Bog Myrtle, who's this kind of big wild spider who gives them magic yarn to make beautiful sweaters. And one of them turns one of them quite greedy. So it's a bit of a folk tale, really, really different, and really stands out on the market today.
All right, let's look at the group ages 9 to 12.
9 to 12, I have 2 novels, or actually one is a short story collection. So Today I Am is a collection of 10 stories written by 10 Canadian authors, so all sorts of different authors and all different styles. So one's more graphic novel style, one's historical, one is science fiction. And what I like about a short story collection is if you're struggling getting through a whole book, a kid can sit and read one story and feel that sense of accomplishment.
Yes.
And if you don't love one story, there's 9 more that you might really like. So I like that in addition to something like the next book, which is more of a novel to really sink into. So The Last Hope School for Magical Delinquents. This is a boarding school story with a magical twist. It's where all the kids who are bad at magic end up at this one school.
Oh, that's funny.
Really funny. There's a lot of hijinks in it. Hopefully it's the beginning of a series.
Oh, love that. All right,
Yeah.
and our final grouping is ages 13 and over.
That's right. So the first one is the first book in a new series, Fledgling by S.K. Ali. S.K. Ali is one of those Canadian authors who can write in any genre, but I think she's especially strong in YA adventure. So this takes place, it's about 3 different kids from a different part of society. It's a very stratified society, and they're all at the moment of revolution. And they've all been told things about the other parts of the world that are not true. So there's a lot of plot twists and turns, characters you're going to root for. I think this is a really great one if you just want to sit down and start reading for all of the holidays and not get out of your chair. That's a really great one. And the last one, this is a nonfiction title. It's actually an adult title, but I think it works for teens if you are still in your Taylor Swift era. Taylor Swift's style through the ages is from Canadian blogger Sarah Chappelle, who's been studying her style on Instagram. And so whether you're like an OG Swiftie and you think you know everything, or you're new, this is a lens to everything Taylor has done, but through fashion.
Oh, interesting.
Lots of photographs, lots of behind the scenes pieces. Again, it's something you can dip in and out of, but it's a nice collector's item. Christmas is a good time to get those bigger, higher price items that people don't necessarily want to buy for themselves.
Yeah.
But they make a perfect gift, and this is a great example of that.
There's a little sample of the inside. Vikki VanSickle, it's always good to see you. You're going to come back, right?
I'm back next week for grown-ups.
Oh, can't wait for that.
Yes.
Always look forward to that this time of year.
If you liked that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.